As we resume debate, I will remind the honourable member for Calgary Centre that he had 4 minutes left for his debate. So the honourable member for Calgary Centre.
Merci, Madame la Présidente, and I thank all my colleagues for showing up for the second half of my speech here, exalting the benefits of the oil and gas industry to Canada as a whole. And I'll be less animated this time, I think, than the last time I spoke, because I heard so many negative reports from my colleagues on the other side of the House the last time about the oil and gas industry, which has been the lifeblood of this country for decades. It's contributed so much towards our lifestyle, towards our support for social programs. It's been an industrial driver. It's led to many industries in Canada. And that's really indicative today when you look at what we're dealing with now, Line 5, which I'll remind members of the House is a line that originates in Western Canada. It's a source in Western Canada and traverses down through the United States to Superior, Wisconsin. And then Line 5 continues from there to go through the United States and through both parts of Michigan, and then back into Sarnia, where it delivers 540,000 barrels a day of oil and other petroleum products for the benefit of Canada. Ontario uses a lot of that, and some of it goes to the refineries in Quebec as well. But we manufacture a number of secondary industries as well use the oil there. So there's plastics that are manufactured, there's petrochemicals, and our backbone of our country, our industrial part of our country, depends on that supply line, if you will. The logistics are there, and we've built a whole national manufacturing industry around this Canadian resource. It has benefited the whole of the country to such a great degree, not just counting our social programs, which I spoke about last time. I will say one thing that I've heard again this week, this time from the Minister of Infrastructure, was that this is a subsidized industry. And I will inform all of my parliamentary colleagues here that is complete balderdash. Of course, the Minister of Infrastructure is famous for saying if you repeat a falsehood as many times, people will eventually begin to believe it. Well, that is a falsehood, Madam Chair. And I will tell you right now that this is an industry, again, that contributes approximately $24 billion of economic rent to this country on average. It does receive tax credits like every other industry for the same type of technological advancements that is benefits Canada, but applies to every other industry as well. Let's talk about clean technology. $1.5 billion of $2 billion of clean tech investments occurs in the oil and gas sector. That's very forward-looking. You think about all our solutions to greenhouse gas emissions are dependent upon reducing our CO2 emissions. That happens in this industry. This is an industry responsibly spending money, finding new technologies that will actually benefit the environment and benefit this country. So we're working against this misinformation here, but I will stand with pride on an industry that's benefited this country for decades and should continue to do so. We will continue to monitor them and make sure that we are adding value throughout the piece. And I am very proud of my colleague from Edmonton, Manning, for bringing this piece forward. And Madam Speaker, I know that you always cut me off before I'm finished. So I'm going to finish here before you do your usual cutoff there. Thank you, Madam Speaker.